All right, welcome back. Lucky for y'all, this will be the last time you have to suffer through my commentary for the rest of the day, Kappa. Today, or for this match, I am here with Hassel.
Hello, hello, hello.
And we will be racing Marcus and GordoLeal. How are y'all doing?
Doing well.
Yeah, right, good to hear. Shall we jump right into the veto?
Might as well. Why waste any time, because with the way things are looking, this will be a really long day, so... No pressure, guys, but if you could set out something that's not an hour and 20 minutes long, there would be no grudge following.
Cough.
Okay, so, as you may or may not be aware, the lower seed player, so highlighted in pink and white, gets to choose whether they want to start with the veto, be the first one to ban a category, or they can concede that right and give it to higher seed, which is yellow. So in this case, GordoLeal, do you want to be the first person to kill the segment?
Yes. I choose Epsilon jumps.
All stun jumps. What an interesting choice. Marcus.
I'm banning third wave.
Okay, back to you, and from now on you can just say after the other.
Okay, deep inside.
Fresh meat.
Let's play.
12%.
Oh god.
It's
Countryside.
Oh my!
Oh god.
All races.
Let's go. Yes, Marcus.
It's happening!
Cannot believe it. I cannot fucking believe it. Alright. Well, with the resident Epsilon specialist with me on deck, what do you think about this matchup, Ray Giles? How do you feel these two runners will compete in this godforsaken segment?
Well, firstly, I can almost cry tears of happiness.
Me too.
It's actually happening. That being said, additionally, I also owe Summer Segment Scramble $10, so I will be handling that real quick.
Yep, I am very glad that you didn't forget about that.
That being said, I think Marcus does have a bit of an advantage here as far as more. That being said, I'm actually not familiar with how well Gordo does, but I know how Marcus has been on that grind, even trying to Ursa me for that second place spot behind Telemes. So I think either way, this is going to be a fun match because serious upsets can happen in Epsilon Program.
Alright.
So, how about we roll into it?
Yeah, I feel like we should. Maybe I am a little bummed out that they went with like the longest thing possible. Actually, I guess maybe not nowadays, but I mean, come on, it's Epsilon. Like, if it's gonna be a longer thing, then might as well make it the coolest one. So with that, we are going to roll into a tiny little break around 90 seconds or so. The runners will get ready, and we will be right back. Well, look who's back. If it's not the first ever Epsilon game to be featured on Summer Segment Scramble, Week 2, Day 2, we are here, and I think there's nothing else left to do than just actually see this awesome category be ran by these awesome people. Marcus does have a bit of an advantage with the PBs, but I feel like, you know, in a category like this, anything can happen. So, Rake, would you please do the honors and give these guys their go-ahead?
I would be very happy to. So, just to confirm one last time before we get really into this exciting stuff, because after this, there's no going back. Marcus, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Gordo, are you ready?
Yep.
Then 3, 2, 1, go!
Ayo! And they are now off. Okay, well.
So where do we get started?
I guess let's just explain to the people who aren't really familiar, because this is a category that people might hear about just like through memes, but most likely know nothing of the route. So, first and foremost, as you might be able to tell, no, they are not running Trevor %. Epsilon starts at the very beginning of the game.
Don't even think about it.
So, they will be doing Prologue, Franklin Lamar, Repossession, and then at that point the route diverges because they will not be going to pulling favors with Tanya, but instead they will be going straight to Unlock Michael with Complications, after which the very funny business starts. Because, I mean, hey, might as well follow along the entire adventure, right? Also, keep in mind, cabs are banned. So is the DM menu, as you might have imagined, because, well, that's banned in every other category. But, yep, as you can tell so far by ASJ, MISC categories on SSS2 actually follow their own rule set that is outlined in speedrun.com, instead of just being standardized to what the other classic segments also do. But Epsilon is actually very classic friendly, as it features no funny rule changes. It is classic rule set all the way through, so no cab fast travel, no mission skipping, no funny business. You play the game as God intended, and I'm not even religious when I say that. So, yeah, and after that...
I will admit that.
Please,
Oh, sorry.
please, admit.
I would say, you say it's God intended, I don't know. Part of it is just speedrunning Michael %, which I would consider an unholy act. Considering how many people are like, oh, when are we gonna add Michael % to the leaderboards? Shut up, it's already an Epsilon, deal with it.
It's legit an Epsilon. It's the first 5 missions of Epsilon.
Exactly. With that being said, the first of these Epsilon, or not Epsilon missions, one of the first missions in this run, Prologue, is already off to a decent start. These runners look fairly close, but this shootout is gonna probably decide who pulls ahead, if anyone.
It does happen that way, although keep in mind that we are in Prologue, which means that a massive time difference maker will be coming up very, very shortly. But hey, we'll see what comes of it, Because
yeah,
the Prologue skip, even though was the big baddie of SSS1, nowadays it's treated as just a commonality. People know how to hit it, the timing is not that difficult if you have done it a few thousand times. So I would be surprised if there will be a big difference following Prologue, but, you know, anything can happen.
We'll see. It's probably just going to be a few seconds because in a bit of an upset, Gordo is ahead of Marcus right now. So,
He is. Yeah, totally.
But that being said, he is a newer runner, so let's see if he has the muscle memory to consistently pull off Prologue, give in a race setting.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Because, well, very solid chance Marcus will be faster on the skip, just purely because he has done it a few thousand times. But, I don't know. I mean, maybe these new runners have something in them that we just cannot see. Like, CZ was also a little spunky, wasn't he? He came onto the scene around 9 months ago and now has been pulling out times out of the hat like a wizard the bunnies. Just cool time after another, very, very solid practicing. Oh my god, Gordo, please don't get the car stuck. That's the wrong
no,
side.
gets him on the wrong side. I guess something's blocking the passenger door, sort of. And that is enough for Marcus to pull ahead. What is Gordo doing? Is he just getting out again? Okay, it seems like it. So, that's gonna put him behind.
Yeah, let's see Marcus hitting it. Marcus got it. Yeah, Marcus definitely got it. Oh, I feel like he will close the door by accidentally. No.
Ooh,
Shoot it. I think that's good. It is good.
That's good.
They both hit it. But
Let's
now
go.
there's a bit of a time difference once again. Because, well, Gordo took a little longer. But, hey, since he was already ahead, now it's a lot smaller than it would be otherwise. If this just keeps up like this, flip-flopping between the two runners, I will be a very happy man. But there is a reason that they are over 4 minutes behind, and I feel like we will find out soon enough where those 4 minutes lie.
True. Again, one big thing this could come down to is what is it? Blanking. Car collection RNG. We'll get to that in about half an hour, but that is a notable point to look forward to.
Our Lord was crucified with
Oh, don't even get me started on that. I guess you'll explain in detail when we get there. I will leave most of the explaining up to you, you resident Epsilon scientist. But yeah, there's still a bit of a way to go until then. And man, gonna be real, I knew that eventually we'll get an Epsilon run, but I didn't expect it to be so soon. Like, we are in round 2.
Yeah, I was not expecting this. Like, I thought the best chance we'd have was would be Alex versus Riggy, but no. Just complete upset from Gordo.
Yeah, although
Good on him.
kind of expected for Alex to be just dodging it. Like, knowing Alex, his thought was, oh, it's just Riggy. I'm just gonna pick the shortest so that I can get on my day as fast as I can.
Yeah. Toxic, but whatever.
I wouldn't call it toxic. It's just compartmentalizing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Why spend much time on something that can be done in little?
Bro just wants to watch F1.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, both of these runners onto Franklin and Lamar. We'll see how they handle this drive, because you can easily lose a few seconds if you don't play optimally.
Yeah.
Both runners seem to be doing fine so far.
I feel like we should get into why they are gaining so much speed right now. So, do you want to be the one or should I?
I mean, you probably know better about rubber banding, so go on ahead. I'll handle more Epsilon stuff, you can handle Michael percent.
So, as you can see, we don't really explain this in other places, in other segments, because, you know, most people who watch GTA 5 speedruns know what's happening here, but they might as well sometimes accommodate the newer people. They are gaining so much speed because they are doing something called brake boosting and mid-driving, and also just a thing that everyone does everywhere without even them realizing is curb boosting. Curb boosting is the simplest one. They just legit go on a little elevation change and bam, your car gains speed. There's something weird with like the suspension physics, and it just pushes the car up, and when it pushes it down eventually, right, because of gravity, it just gains speed. But then the other two little funny MacGuffins are brake boosting and mid-driving. As you can see now, Gordo will do it in a second. Yep, there. When his brake lights flash over a bump, that's when you can see that he's trying to do a brake boost. The way you can see that he succeeded is with the actual skid marks and the smoke behind the car. What he's doing there is, once again, taking advantage of the wacky physics engine that GTA 5 has, which seems to be really clean and good at a glance, but once you try to brake it, it can break very easily. We don't know exactly how brake boosting works, but the most commonly accepted theory is that it's once again the suspension acting up in a way. Because if you try to brake and accelerate at the same time over a bump, you gain quite a bit of speed. And the mid-driving is a very different principle, but it kind of works the same way. Whereas if you try to, well, not the regular brake, but actually do a handbrake pull right before the car were to switch up from second to third gear, then you kind of get like the car's engine stuck on the RPMs that it was doing right when you pull the handbrake. And with pretty much something closest to stalling a car, you can actually gain speed in GTA 5. And then if you couple that with a brake boost and Franklin's special ability, which gives him even more downforce and grip, then, well, your car starts flying. This will be a very good example here from Marcus. If you see, he will be doing a mid-drive right here. Yep, with the power, he hit it, and then he will be transitioning it into a brake boost. There you go. This can usually even be a little more efficient, but your timing needs to be pretty accurate for it to be as good as it can be, and Marcus maybe slightly mistimed it. You can see Gordo got a little more speed now. And that's pretty much all the driving mechanics that we take advantage of during a GTA 5 speedrun, and there's some really good examples here, even on Epsilon, although we will be using Michael for most of this segment, so you will only really be able to see the very fast ones with Franklin in the following 2 and 3 missions, but well, see, Marcus just did a massive one, but now he's on the way to repossession. So what will we be doing on repossession, Rick?
On repossession, by the way, good job padding out the entirety of Franklin and Lamar. On repossession, we will be doing a few tricks, more aforementioned brake boosting, a little bit of an incidental stunt jump. But the main trick we'll be doing there are Lamar pushes. I'm personally not sure exactly how the mechanic works, but basically by running into Lamar and then spamming Shift and W at the same time, you can kind of get Lamar to just shoot forward. So that saves a bit of time on repo. But then other than that, we will be having the one shootout of this run, and a little bit of bike driving, and then we will be on the complications. That being said, Marcus has built quite a lead ahead of Gordo so far.
He sure has, yeah. Purely with brake boosting, just the thing we mentioned. See, how topical.
Good job.
But yeah, we will see how these racers actually... Oh, Gordo!
Alright, manages to land upright and does complete the stunt jump for style points, but does lose a lot of speed. which in theory you could back up with a few more break boosts. He tries to go for one and does actually get it. I was a little surprised he could get that. I guess he needed a little more power for that boost.
Yeah. I think he might have done a mid-drive right before it, because that can get you back up to speed super fast if you chain a break. Well, that's a break. Not a break boost, a break. A
I don't know if you can call that
pole-induced
a break if
braking.
you don't use the brakes. Like, that's not a break, that's just a stop.
Close enough. But now it's time to actually pay attention to Marcus, because he will be doing the thing that you just mentioned with running
Well, he
into
has been doing it.
Yep, Lamar, and he is now punching him because he's gotten to the end of the section, and now, since he just interrupted Lamar's dialogue and pushed him far enough, he will be getting the garage unlock. Very cool. Gordo is also pushing Lamar now, but here comes the shootout.
Pushes, but I think Marcus is definitely the haver of better Lamar pushes in this race.
Are you sure?
Well, I don't know. Gordo's kind of switching up now. Marcus had a great start, but a kind of mid finish. But Gordo seems to be doing it the other way around. Starts slow, but gets there in the end.
Gotta say, they are both styling, and now Marcus is over with the shootout. No death. But let's see if he can actually catch the bike. Seems to be a fair distance ahead of it, but there's a truck that makes it harder. Who's the guy?
Does not get it. Ooh, and gets hit by the truck. That is unfortunate. Gordo's doing for the shootout is not doing the climb, as far as I'm aware, to spawn enemies in faster. That will give him a slight disadvantage, but he does clean these guys up pretty well.
108 Epsilon runner, and avoiding the climb over the half wall. I guess you can see that he put his priorities into actually learning Epsilon instead of sharpening up his Trevor, which I gotta say, very respectable.
Yeah, that is the way to go if you want a good Epsilon time at first.
Yep.
Like, there is a reason I am number 2 and not on Epsilon, but not Travis.
Yeah, it's such a different way to approach the game. Following like minute 15. Oh my god, Marcus, what are you doing? You're not that far ahead.
Yeah, the first person repo jump is not something I expected.
Gotta say,
great callback.
I really love the little arrogance sandbagging, because if someone fails it, it's like triple as funny.
Oh, for sure. Like, if you sandbag and go behind his result, you earned that. Marcus not getting the bullet. Oh, that is not good, because he's going to be, or in a good Epsilon run, you use whatever car you enter complications with after a couple missions later, so he's going to have to go for the Panto. While that is good for Franklin on complications, it is not going to be good as Michael, which means he will be losing a fair bit of time to Gordo overall. Charlie Hill get the bullet, right? Right? Yeah, there it is.
You would expect so. Yep. Oh, Marcus!
Marcus fucking up the entry too.
Excuse me.
Gotta say, if he keeps this up, I don't think this will be a yellow win once again. This might very well be an upset. Which, honestly, we are kinda ripe for at this point. Oh, but Marcus did switch to the tailgater, not going to Michael's house with the Panto. Oh,
I guess by that choice. Surely the Panto would be faster here, right?
See, I am not sure. I think purely speed-wise, yes, but since it's so easy to lose control...
Gordo forgets to cap his frame rate. Yeah, that's going to be a mission fail. Hopefully that will not cause him any issues later on.
Yeah, so as we were just talking about GTA 5's goofy physics system, Marcus on the left is right now exploiting it to his advantage, while Gordo forgot to actually, well, pay attention to its more negative traits, which is that there are some parts of the game where having higher frame rates than what console allowed back in the day just makes things shift around and move. And well, if you shift around too much during the complications dealership sequence, then the car just slides too far and you just interrupt Simeon's deal because, well, I guess the car just rolled away. GTA 5 in many ways is a fickle mistress that you just need to keep track of over and over again, because if you make it happy, it will make you happy with some very, very nice time saves, just purely because the game is broken. But, well, that brokenness isn't unanimously positive, as you just saw.
Yeah, that is a good way of putting it. Also, a quick little PSA for everyone. If you're curious what the category being run right now is in any race, you can check to the bottom left of our broadcast, and you'll see next to BO1, we do list the category that it's being run. I saw some confusion about this possibly being Travis, so I thought I'd go ahead and make sure everyone can stay up to date on which categories are being run at any time. Just a quick little PSA.
Yeah. Of course, so far it's only one segment, because we are still in BO1s until the break. But following the break, coming back, starting August 3rd, I believe?
First or third.
Well, regardless. From the playoffs onwards, it's going to be BO3s and BO5s, but for this week and the 3 following, it's going to be BO1 Swiss. You can read up more on the Swiss system on the pinned Discord message if you want to, but we do play a little video explaining how it works here on the channel sometimes, so if someone is new and doesn't fully understand what these racers are even racing for, stick around and you will find out.
Anyway, I can't wait to find out how well Marcus's Simeon fight is going to be. With Gordo hot on his tail, it's going to matter somewhat how well he does. That's one push for Marcus.
Seems to be fine. Second.
2 pushes.
Okay,
2 pushes. That's fairly good.
But no
That's
kick.
better than average. No kick is not the end of the world. But anyway, actually, I lied about the Simeon pushes being or fight being important. The important part is getting a good bike here, because we are going to use the bike. We need a bike not only to dupe C4, but we're also going to take it. And Marcus is not getting a good bike spawn table. He saw a chopper and is moving on. Hopefully he can refresh that spawn table in time to do the C4 dupe.
Yep,
but,
trust.
Yeah.
Knock him off. Oh no, it's gonna drive away. No.
Wow. He got lucky there. Let's see what Gordo gets. Because if Gordo gets a something better
Look
like
out for the
Akuma,
traffic, man.
ooh, maybe never mind. But yeah,
Chopper?
Gordo also getting a chopper spawn table. I don't believe it. Marcus
Marcus
falling
fell off
off
the
his
bike.
bike. What is going on?
Oh my god. This is pure cinema, just as Marcus gets the cinema from top left.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha. But yeah, Gordo, no bike. Oh, that's also a
What is
chopper.
That's another chopper. Is Gordo? Oh my god, Gordo's gonna take the chopper. This
I
is
guess it's
not
good
a
enough
good choice.
to...
No, this is a bad choice. You
Dupe.
need to like... It will dupe, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we want to get into C4 duping, I guess. I can start handling that if you want me to.
Please, please, take over.
Sure thing. So, we need a lot of explosives in the Epsilon Program speedrun because we kill ourselves a lot for time of day reasons.
Good riddance.
And we need to basically get C4 as quickly as possible. So basically what we do is we trigger entering director mode. We also do it in a way with specific timing so that we don't go fully in. Basically, we start to enter director mode. And then during that fade in, we do end up getting on the bike, so the game then kicks us out. And since we went into director mode, the C4 does respawn. Mark is finishing up his C4 dupes, getting the Epsilon survey done, and he'll be moving on. Gordo's turn to do C4 duping. Gets the first attempt. Having a little trouble, but
That's
gets
fine.
second.
It works. It works. Yep. The way you can tell if a dupe is successful is, well, obviously by checking your inventory, but since that takes time, it's a really good telltale sign if you get the fade to black, but nothing else. So see, it fades to black, and then you can just click it away. You don't go into director mode. There's no weird flashing. You just fade to black, and then you end up on the bike. If that happened, you got the C4.
Yeah, good explanation. Marcus now setting up his replay warp, which he will load right after seeking the truth.
What is a replay word, Marcus? Please explain. Marcus? Oh my god.
Marcus.
Rake.
I mean, do you want to drag in Marcus and ask him? I think that would be really funny.
No. Just let him play. They are too close for that.
Yeah, a replay warp is basically just starting the process of entering mission replay, but backing out at the last moment. For some reason, it messes up your game state so that whenever you load a save later on, you just end up warping to that position instead of wherever you actually saved at. Gordo also setting up replay warp, but does it a lot further backed up, which means he's going to have to drive further after seeking the truth, so that will lose them a little bit of time. Both of these players now going to ammunition to pick up the rest of the explosives they need, because 25 is not enough anymore, along with an SMG for exercising the truth strats. We'll get into that later. Marcus is picking up 7 grenades, which means he's going to go and play it safe and go for very few to no switch warps, which are very prevalent in the highest level of Epsilon speedrunning now. Gordo will probably do the same. He doesn't come off to me as the type that wants to switch warp, especially with where his PB is at.
Yeah, same to me. But I guess we will see very soon. Also, keep in mind that they can just buy more grenades just in case. Like, this is
That
not
is also
actually
true.
that big of an indication, because buying more grenades takes like seconds. I
Gordo
think he
only
got
buys
4?
5 grenades. He might be going for Giga ult strats where we don't even... but he does see that free thrust and is taking it. Yeah, Gordo is probably going for Epsilon tutorial strats, which means no. Wait, no. No, the Epsilon tutorial does have needing 7 nades, so
I
it
was
looks
going
like
to
he's going for
say
even
he's
older
switch
strats than that.
warping. No.
There's
You
no
think
way
so?
switch warping, right? Like, if you buy that few nades, you need to sleep after chasing the truth, which means he's probably gonna go for Giga old strats. Because
Well-
sure, I don't see him switch warping,
You are the
especially with
expert.
how poorly documented it is. Like, if you know the switch warp route, you either watch my stream or you've talked to me about it. Because I just haven't updated my resources on it yet. Sorry about that. I'm totally trying not to sandbag the tournament. I promise. Marcus falling off his bike and into a truck that does lose him a lot of health, but he has recovered.
Yeah, Gordo is very steadily catching up now with this. Maybe this was like a 10-second setback, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when they are a solid 35 seconds apart. Yeah, it's getting closer and closer. I guess we'll see where this race takes us, but now Marcus is arriving at the red truck.
Red truck.
This truck and this entire side mission chain unlocks by first filling out this survey that we just saw them do. And
Which,
now...
did we ever see Gordo do that? He looks like it's a truck at the same spot!
place. Oh my god,
Ain't
did
no way.
he fill out the survey? I'm not sure.
We will find out soon, because if he filled out the survey, it's on... Or he
And
filled
no, I
out the
think
survey
he did
if
it
and only if
when
it's on the minimap.
getting on the bike. It's not there. No, it's there.
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
there. It's just hard
It's
to see,
there.
but
Yeah,
he's good.
yeah, yeah.
Marcus giving 5 subs in the middle of his run. What?
You are running,
Absolutely
bro.
insane.
Okay. I feel like he's just trying to distract us from him making any more mistakes, so let's not let him do that.
1 crash, 1 gifted sub, maybe?
We need to
XD.
keep him on his toes. Let's see, now he's getting on the jet ski. Marcus will be heading out to the ocean, not just to pass time, but because that's actually the fastest way to be gaining money right now in Epsilon. Or okay,
Right.
rather, there's a bigger nerd way if you use like a different patch, but we don't talk about this right now.
Yeah, that strat sucks.
Yeah,
Talk
Marcus
about it.
is heading out to the ocean to pick up a briefcase full of cash, which then he will enter a mission replay for, like actually enter it, not like with a replay warp, quit out, and that will allow him to be picking up the same briefcase over and over and over again until he reaches around $100,000. Because, well, Epsilon, just like any other cult, eventually does start asking for your money, which actually has happened already. Both of them have donated $500.
Wait, has Gordo done that yet? I don't think so. Whoa, Gordo going for a crazy bailout. It's a good thing that did not
Violent.
kill him.
Actually, yeah, sorry, he's doing it right now. Alright, okay. Well, it's fine. I am just saying the future.
The Predictor.
I am the predictor. Alright, Marcus has around 50k now. Yep, which means that he will be doing 2 more replay warps, with which the last
Not
one he will
replay
be
warp.
save warping. Sorry, 2 more mission replays.
Well, 1 more now.
Honestly, we should just be naming strats with like numbers or something, because like they are also similar in name and in purpose and stuff.
I don't know. Just calling it by number sounds boring AF.
Marcus will be now performing a 5B.
Gordo, interestingly, is going for fast Simeon fail by not pulling out a gun and shooting, but rather just unarmed aggroing.
And so is
at
Marcus.
Simeon. Wow.
And then
I'm surprised both of these runners are doing that.
Gordo losing that same time that he won by just not spamming enter to get the mission failed away quickly. But hey, you win some, you lose some, huh?
For sure. Alright, Marcus making it back to Michael's safe house where he's going to need to sleep 3 times, so he will run on in.
For the garage, don't touch father, son. Yes.
Yeah, I gotta be very careful with that. Because if you do it here, it'll basically kill your run.
Yes.
That being said, do keep in mind Marcus did not get a bullet after repossession, so I am not sure what he's gonna do for driving
Surely
to the
the
next mission.
Panto.
I don't know. He's playing as Michael. It's probably not worth it to take the Panto. And if I were in this position, I'd probably take the tailgater and try and find a bike.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I'm curious. Anyway,
My bet
Gordo
is
on his
on
final
taking
mission
the Panto.
replay.
Yep, and now he will be save warping as well. Save warping, unless you're unaware, is holding a character switch key while loading into just a regular save. This, for whatever reason, places your character at the safe house, just like Marcus is at right now. Once again, the weird mechanic that we cannot explain. Switch warping is the same, but instead of making a save, you just spam a character switch key right as a mission is ending. It's kind of shit. He's taking the Panto. What did I tell
Ain't
you?
no way.
I know this person better than his own mother. See? Taking the
I don't know
weird
about
shit
that,
car.
but you do know him better than me, I'll give you that.
Actual Chad behavior. Gives five subs during his run and then takes a shit car. Oh, but the gap! He's a real racer. Even
Driving
first
in
person.
person once again. Man knows.
Reminiscing a little. And it's going kind of fast though.
It's just a first person, surely.
Are you sure? Because the
actually
FOV is tiny there. No, he's fast.
Ain't no way.
Oh, but he
Panto
balances his
meta.
bag. Yep. And now
Alright.
they will be on their way to kill themselves right at the hospital border so that they can actually arrive in the desert, but not before first donating $5,000 to Epsilon. After
putting
which
their
they
money
will
in
be
stocks.
putting their money in stocks, yes. But Marcus needs to pay attention because only one stock you can buy for the first time because, well, your first stock disappears. I guess that's just, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. Gordo does not get the bullet. He also played it super risky right there by going for tab movement, because if you get cops, you cannot start the next Epsilon mission before you lose them. So there's a reason I never tab move in this category.
Yep,
At least,
tailgater.
in free roam. So yeah, he takes the tailgater. Good choice. Better than going
Surely
for a
this
random
is
car in the
slower
street.
than the Panto. Like, the Panto at this point was going so fast.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Although it's harder to say since Marcus did most of his drive in first person.
And is still doing that right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Unbelievable.
Marcus just about to get to the hospital warp border.
Yep, he will just be crashing into a pole right here, unless he wants to prove us wrong, of course.
Yeah, he's going for pole stride, or else he would have pulled the nade already.
Yep.
There he
And...
goes. Boop. No online switch though. Anyway, Gordo should be
The
taking a
flip.
bike, but he goes for Michael's tailgater instead. He does not know about the old strats, apparently. Anyway, his turn to play it safe. Oh, he barely remembers at the last moment to go
Oh
for
my
one stock in the
God.
cheapest. Could you imagine if he just threw away his run right there by throwing away all his money?
I can imagine, and I'm glad that I don't have to see that imagination.
Yeah, I want to keep this race going as long as we can.
Yeah. There are a lot of possible fails in Epsilon, a lot of which can not just kill your run, but like actually kill it. Because, you know, there's a difference between like losing a minute and then, oh yeah, I guess the race is dead. But like losing like fucking 6 to dying somewhere is unbelievable, and it can happen in Epsilon. But
For
it
sure.
seems that we are so far avoiding that possible outcome.
So
Good,
far.
no crash. Yep. Marcus has already called a cab, and now we'll be going to Marnie.
Yeah, Marcus getting a little fog here, better than rain, because at least that won't affect your driving.
Have you
Gordo's
ever
turn.
seen the rain?
I won't sing that song at karaoke. Don't know if you knew that. Anyway, Gordo looks like he's also going to go for pole strats. No online switch either.
I mean, might as well see Mike turn into just oh my god, it's gruesome. Just a red blob.
Mushy.
Right. Mushy. Oh god.
So
All right.
Gordo does remember to kill himself twice. Very good.
Yep.
And it is Marcus's turn to go ahead and do a tiny little yomp over a ditch. And instead of a replay work, let's see how he does. Takes it wide and safe on this. I can't blame him for that.
Actually,
now-
is there any point in taking it safe? Like, there's not like you can blow up there with the cab, can you?
Hold on, we gotta pay attention to what Gordo's doing. He's shot someone off of their ATV to go for that. It is a good thing. Oh no, you got
Cups.
cups. That is why you don't shoot there.
I guess he could take the barber, but he might lose them in time?
1 star and hasn't been re-seen. He's gonna have to wait. Anyway, yeah, Marcus playing it safe, not going for switch warp strats post assuming. But now he is getting into car collection. So let's go over it. You need 5 cars. 2 of them you can only get from fixed spawns. Those are the Double T and the Vaca. The other 3 spawn randomly on the street. Those are the Tornado, the Super Diamond, and the Serrano.
Yes.
So there's a lot of RNG in this section. Let's see how he does. He uses Director Mode to warp Michael back to Los Santos while keeping up the replay warp. And it looks like he might have got... Nope, he does not get an instant Serrano. And it looks like he'll be driving towards the Double T, just trying to bait out something,
Super
and he
Diamond.
gets a Diamond.
Oh, don't drive
the
away.
Diamond will try and get
Come
away,
back
but
and
he
miss.
is barely yoinking it. Gordo does lose cops, naturally. Doesn't have to go for a haircut or anything.
Very good, very good. He is falling behind now, significantly though. And Marcus has a good
This will
start to his
still
car
come down to
collection.
RNG. Like, he's
Yeah.
got the Diamond, but he still needs 2 more random spawn cars. Let's see. Nothing on that fixed parking there. Gordo taking some time to spawn in the mission. It seems like Marnie is taking her sweet-ass time with talking, but does get the cutscene.
Oh, a little too far, Marcus.
Yeah, very standard handling with the Diamond.
Let's see,
Common
really
mistake.
switch warp.
No, he's
No,
not
no,
going
no,
for
he
the
isn't.
route we take with switch warping. So, same behavior from Gordo.
Yep.
He's going for the tutorial strats. That's not a Serrano. I would remind myself that. And he's going back towards the Diamond, so maybe he thinks there's still something waiting for him over there. Let's see. Checks the common spot.
Seems to be nothing.
Nothing
Tornadoes
so far.
are pretty common here, but he hasn't found one yet. Maybe in this intersection?
It's behind, nothing. Looks ahead, nothing.
No.
Yeah, this is very common.
Serrano.
Gets a Serrano. All right, that's
Yeah.
The car RNG so far is not fantastic, but it will do for a race setting.
I
Let's
was
see how
gonna
Gordo
say.
does.
This feels pretty bang average for now.
Yeah, Gordo going straight to the garage has found nothing. I don't know what route he's taking because he should be heading towards the Double T if he cannot find a random spawn straight out the gate. Does realize that and makes a turn around.
Optimistic. Yeah, maybe that wasn't. Did he find something? Oh no!
Oh,
Tornado.
He finds a tornado.
Yeah.
All right, it's not great, but it'll do.
Yeah, and that's Marcus's second car.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
So he
Gordo
just
is
needs one more
only just
random
now
spawn.
taking the first. Yeah.
Well done. This is the
Or if you want to be pedantic for the sake of being pedantic, technically you can find the bike, the WP on the street, but it's really, really uncommon in this area, and I don't think it's even really happened before.
I've never had it happen.
Yeah.
Marcus getting a free diamond, but he's already delivered it. That is quite unfortunate. If he hadn't delivered the diamond before, I would be hogging out of my mind.
Oh my god, how can you? Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
I could have said much worse. And you have heard me say worse today.
I have. I'm just sucking your blood.
So,
Alright.
you know what?
Blood. Marcus has found a tornado, so he's now not sucking with car collection anymore.
Yeah, that is the shit spawn as well. Both of them getting shitty with the tornado.
Yep.
Alright, Gordo's next random vehicle. He's heading towards Zavaka. Good strat. He could find a Serrano right up here, possibly.
Or
But
anything
it looks
really.
like he doesn't. Yeah, he
Tornado.
could find a diamond. Oh, no, he's already gotten the tornado.
Oh,
So-
right. Oh,
Yeah,
how
he made the wrong choice
unfortunate.
taking it. Oh, that is... Nope, that's Serrano.
That's a Lampadari.
Lampadati.
Lampadati Furora
Goofy
GT. Goofia.
Goofy.
Goofia. Marcus has now delivered his third car. Gordo still only on the first one, but he will now be taking a second one. Marcus is still yet to get the Vaca. This is the Vaca. This is the only car out of the 5 that never ever spawn in traffic. This is only placed here during the Epsilon mission where you actually need to take it. The only other place where it shows up in the game is on the store where you can buy it if you have the money for it, and the mission Meltdown, which is around 6 hours from now in a classic run. So
But you
clearly
can't
this
save
is...
it anyway, so there's no point
And
in
that
talking
too.
about it.
And that too. Yeah, of course. So this is the only place where the runners always need to drive.
Always. Even in DM. You gotta
Even
drive.
in the yeah.
Even in DM. Anyway, Marcus having a little trouble getting out of his car to get into the Vaca.
Hey, at least he left a present for in exchange.
I don't know if that's an equal exchange, but it's better than nothing.
I steal Pegassi, I leave Lampadati.
Anyway, Gordo off to go get some more random spawns, and possibly double T. Marcus delivering the vodka, after which he only has to deliver the double T. So it seems that Marcus will be staying ahead after this car collection. Oh, we did not mention that it's also in wrap up. Is that a consistent thing?
Yeah, it is. It's in the parking lot. I totally
So
forgot.
lag, don't
In before, there's some use there in all missions.
Oh my god!
Because I've thought about that before.
Bro, time to move.
Like saving Michael's garage, if you can get it earlier, for actual car collection.
Very interesting. Do you know what else is interesting? Gordo now just took the bike that Marcus is heading towards now. How funny.
That is true.
But
Ooh, Gordo passes by Serrano, which I believe he still needs.
and he chooses not to take it.
Well,
I
to
guess
be
it's
fair,
just-
if he doesn't take it, he'd have to go all the way back to the bike. It's possible he could get another Serrano spawn, if it's
Yeah.
already in the spawn table.
But for
So,
that you
good
have to
choice.
be a betting man.
Well, it's Epsilon, you always have to bet.
I do suppose so.
When you're running at this level, you gotta get lucky.
Marcus is flooring it. Oh my god.
Yeah, you can do that with the double T. Oop, gets a bit of a wheelie, not very nice.
Sure can, but a death here is run ending, which, you know, would still not end because this is a race, but it would make Gordo win for sure.
I mean, if you still got random spawns, dying actually isn't the end of the world since you have to die twice after anyway. I believe.
I do suppose so, but like getting back to the bike, like surely that's like the 2-minute excursion.
Oh yeah, for the bike specifically, yeah, that's kind of shit. Anyway,
Yeah.
Gordo
Gordo
finally
finds a
does
Serrano.
get that sweet Serrano.
Yep.
Marcus dying a second time. He'll be replay warping very soon and doing chasing.
Yeah, that does seem to be the case. Gordo, don't overshoot. Don't go in there.
Yeah,
If
do
you
not
go in
get
there,
stuck.
there's no way out. That has happened to someone in the Trevor Percent tournament, but no name and shame. It was me.
Okay then. Alright, so Gordo needs, what, one more car? The diamond, I believe?
Everything was hidden in this bush.
Yes, I do think so too.
And I don't think he's seen any diamonds yet.
This
So
area
we
No.
could be waiting quite a bit
Hotspot
for Gordo to finish up car
extraterrestrial
collection.
activity. The device should light up blue when it finds a signal.
Let's see what he gets.
Oh,
Seemingly not a diamond. Also, wanna quickly talk about what Mission Marcus is doing right now?
You can talk about it.
Sure. This is the second mission where you see Marnie. Marnie is the little blonde lady. I think she was like a crack addict in GTA 4 or something. I don't know. But here they give you a little weird device that apparently tells you where there is extraterrestrial activity. But let's be real, it's just like attracting random bullshit, right? So you need to pick up a TV, a car battery. At least I think that's a car. Actually, it's a little too small for a car battery. Also, Gordo found his super diamond, so now that's all of the cars. He just needs to go and deliver it without
I
getting
don't have
cops.
anything better to do.
But yeah, in the mission that Marcus is doing right now and Gordo will be doing in about 2 minutes, you need to find a TV, you need to find some sort of battery, and a shoe. And Gordo
And
got
Gordo
cops.
gets cops. You jinxed him.
This is it.
I did, I'm sorry. That's not an alley, my friend. That is technically a turn. Oh dear God.
Yeah, Marcus has finished up chasing the truth and now is going into getting ready for bearing. So he will die twice here, donate $10,000, and then save warp back to Michael's house. He is setting an on-foot replay warp there as well. So that way he can just, as soon as he gets back to Michael's house, he can run right out the front without triggering father-son.
Gordo now patiently waiting for the 20 level to run out. I think it will run out in like legit 3, 2, 1. Not
Nope.
quite. I'm not. I'm not the guy. It's fine. There you go.
There it is. All right.
Yeah.
Finally done with car collection. Thank
Yeah.
God.
Time for suicide.
Yeehaw.
2 actually in a row. I
So
guess
wonder
there is
if
life after
Gordo's
that.
going to realize he doesn't have enough C4 or explosives in general. Marcus calling the blimp.
I mean, if he does,
Does
then
on the right spot.
there are ways to back that up.
Yeah, we'll just have to sleep more. But it is unfortunate, especially when you're this far behind.
Yeah.
Because there's
yeah.
a couple minutes between them at this point.
Actually, is it not reliable to just blow up the baby blue F620? Because that's also a way to conserve a grenade.
You can, but it's just slow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just questioning whether it's slower than sleeping.
Gordo's turn to do the replay warp.
Yep.
See how that goes. It is a little precarious because if you try and make the quick save too early, you can lose your replay warp, and that basically kills the run. But he is good to go. That rain is quite unfortunate, though.
Hello.
That will lose him. Where I guess it should clear up a little bit by the time he has to do some driving next. But
I think it should be
the puddles
fine.
will still lose him a bit of time.
25 grand.
Alright.
Jesus.
Well,
Does now
Marcus is...
purchase the ropes and does have $57,000 left, of which he needs 50 to do the final mission.
Yeah.
The ropes are otherwise his last purchase of the run.
He is preparing for something funny, to say the least. Hey, does anyone here remember Blimp Strat? Is anyone a big fan of Blimp Strat? Anyone likes to blow up blimps in order to save time? Well. If it's not your favorite category, Epsilon, actually bringing this awesome strat back for you. This time, instead of catapulting yourself into the observatory,
Hold on, real quick. Marcus going for a hostile jump, hits the blimp with his car, but it's fine.
Holy, not the fucking luck. Holy.
Yeah, just to confirm in chat, 124 strats do kill blimp strat. But it's gonna be a long time before people do that shit. Alright, Gordo's turn to die after chasing the truth, thus throw down the date a little bit late, but better safe than sorry. Yeah, Marcus on the way to get the parachute that he needs for exercising the truth. You'll see what's going on later. Gordo ended up dying a second time, just following the tutorial route. Looks like Marcus is gearing up, though, to make a quick save.
I'm sorry.
Hmm?
What do you mean by tutorial route? Like, is it the tutorial that you made?
Yes.
Right, okay, yeah, sorry, I wasn't sure.
There's only one Epsilon tutorial, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I thought there's like a tutorial in-game for something. And like, I wasn't sure what you were talking about, but oh my god, Marcus is a little too far.
Ooh, yeah.
Right.
His angle's a bit awkward, but he is fixing it. He should be okay.
Did he make a save? He's fine.
He did make a save.
Off!
Oh no! That is unfortunate.
Uh-oh.
It's okay, that's like a 40-ish second time loss. He's okay.
No, it's not.
It is. There's such a big leap between the two. Like, what's one fail? That is quite interesting. Like, I am a little surprised I saw that with Marcus. Like, he is a fairly experienced Epsilon runner, third best ever, and yet still does that.
Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Yes, it is 40 seconds. Like, as Marcus fell off, I looked at chat, looked back, and then kept looking at Gordo, and I thought that he just loaded back to the save in front of Michael's house.
Sure. That was an autosave, so he couldn't do that anyway, if he wanted to.
Yeah.
There we go. Gets it second time. And will now be killing himself 3 times. Just shoot the grenade to launch it a little bit for comedic effect. Good thing that did not bite him in the ass.
Imagine it just falls off.
That would be really
Just
funny.
follows
like,
it down.
My name.
Yeah. Alright. And now comes the very funny, to say the least. What funny is now coming up? Can you please tell us, Rake?
The next funny is killing yourself 21 times in a row in order to wear the ropes for 10 days as quickly as we can.
Am I tripping, or is it not at the hospital you're meant to be at?
No, that's the right hospital.
Okay, sorry.
He's okay. Yeah, so he gets the autosave and does lose a little bit of time on this autosave work since he did have to reload the manual save. That does lose you a little bit of time, but yeah, he is good to go. He will now autosave warp back to Michael's house, get the robes, run outside, and then die 21 times. This part is a lot faster if you do switch warp strats, but those are a little difficult, so I don't blame him for not going for it, especially in a race setting. So yeah, Gordo finally buying the robes, and will put his money back into the stock exchange. And now we begin dying 21 times, while Gordo does the same blimp strat as Marcus. While we have some downtime, do you mind? I would like to share some statistics. Personally, now that we've gotten Epsilon, there's only one category that has not been played in Summer Segment Scramble yet, that being all races.
At least not in the race setting.
Sure.
Which is funny, because all the races hasn't been raced yet.
Wow.
But it has been ran. Okay, what's the next statistic, please?
Yeah, sure. Let me just go down a list real quick. I've got the script to read real quick for you.
Yeah, keep just the Excel spreadsheet open with random trivia while Marcus is killing himself over and over again.
Sure. We can call it like the Race Fun Fact Hour or something.
Tell me a tale, Mr. Giles.
Fun fact. Out of the categories that have been run, the most popular so far is the third way. 25% of all races have been third way.
Christ.
Which makes me very glad we haven't seen any races of that today. Maybe that'll change. Yeah, we've got 3 races left. If 1, maybe 2 of them are third way, that's fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Additionally, fun fact. Marcus is one of the few runners that was predicted to go 3-0 in the Swiss stage. 1 of 6, in fact. Also,
crazy.
fun fact. So I run out of fun facts. What do I do?
Oh, I guess you can talk about fun facts not related to SSS, since there's so much time to kill.
Yeah, let's see. Fun fact. The Epsilon Program first made its features as an Easter egg in GTA 4. While it didn't have any dedicated missions, there were a couple...
Are you sure?
What?
Because
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Because the red truck was in SA.
Okay, but it's not the same red truck. Like, do you have any evidence of that?
I'm pretty sure that NPCs mention it, yeah. Hold on.
Go find
Epsilon
evidence.
Program San Andreas. Yes, also known as the Epsilon Cult. Epsilon Program or Epsilon Zone is a major organization in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Are you reading from the GTA wiki?
I am.
That's not a credible source. Like, you know, they make shit up. Like we've had 5 runners try and correct things on the GTA wiki. That were
and then
false, they change it back.
Yeah.
Those twats.
No, yeah, there's stuff here. I found a YouTube video.
Alright, a YouTube video is a bit more credible.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, both of these runners in dying position, getting some funny ragdolls. Maybe we should have an Epsilon ragdoll contest. Winner gets absolutely nothing because it's so inconsequential. You know what? No. The winner gets the privilege of racing me in Epsilon. How about that?
Oh, that's such a big privilege. I bet people are now itching to win. Bro, that's like winning the lottery and then just being called into the studio to shake the guy's hand.
Winner gets a... What the fuck is a Kiflom?
I don't know, I guess you're just saying Kiflam?
I don't know. Kiflom.
Kiflam. Kiflalam. Well, Mr. Giles, what are your adventures with Epsilon? How did you get to the point that people now just think of you as the Epsilon guy? How did you even get into this category? Please tell us.
Well, the first step to becoming Mr. Epsilon, as I've been dubbed, is to firstly lower the category world record by about 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that ship has sailed, sadly. The next best option is to... I mean, getting a world record at this point would help. Like, basically free for the taking with Switch works. and possibly a new 1-2-4 strats. Another good option is to find a game-breaking glitch that completely changes how the category is played, like Twisted has probably half a dozen times now. If I'm not Mr. Epsilon, he probably would be.
Shoutouts to Twisted Timer. Such
Yeah,
an
what a real one.
underappreciated person in the community. He just wakes up, sits down in front of his computer, I will now break the speed game again. And then he proceeds to do so, and saves like 15 minutes over 3 categories. Twisted is like certified Chad status in the 5 speedrun community. Honestly, just give it up for Twisted. Without him,
shout out to
Epsilon would
Twisted.
not be where it is now.
For sure. Like, he found where he was one of the big guys on the front of Replay Works. He found all of the parachuting strats, all 3 variants of it, basically.
Yeah.
He found the new stock thing. He found benchmarks. He was the first person to run Epsilon with direction mode, which is the most fun way to play Epsilon nowadays because it's not so RNG heavy. Yeah. Twisted really is the Mr. Epsilon in a lot of ways.
He is the grandfather.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Sorry, I just had to think about it. Yeah, that being said, Mark is finally done with killing himself. He has found a will to live. Gordo, on the other hand, is not quite there yet, but he should get there soon.
I'm sorry, just you saying he has found a will to live, and I'm looking at the visual of him doing like 150 on the highway in the oncoming lane with a bike, was just something else.
Well, that is one way to live, if I do say so myself. But yeah, he got the Gachi Muchi bike. He's living. That's for sure.
It sure
Better
is.
to be living than live it with a bad choice of bike.
Marcus is using first person just so that he can feel something. He is
He's
far ahead.
dunking on the competition.
He likes to flaunt, he likes to taunt, and he won't be
Do you think he
taunting
does
too
this with
much.
controller, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it sort of makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of, I don't know. I was never a huge controller guy, so I can't really relate. But I'll do my best. Yeah, anyway, Marcus is going to yeet himself off a bridge. He does still have a will to live, though. Don't get the wrong idea from that. He's going to do it tactically with a bike, so that way he can skip a bit of driving around to get to the next mission, delivering the truth. Does the fucking launch off in first person as well? Jesus! No
was
visual aid to help him out. That is
Kinda
impressive.
hoping that he would try to do a backflip and die just to make this a little closer, but
Well, if he did backflip and died, he'd actually be behind.
yeah, because you spawn in Sandy Shores, right?
As one journey ends,
No,
what
actually
is
you
Gordo
spawn in
doing?
Polito.
Up, he spots a bike and decides to just turn around for it. Knocks him
Might
off.
still be a good idea?
I don't know, like, that is
I'm
a bit
not
of time
sure.
loss. And all that
Yeah.
for thrust. Like, I guess if you're playing it super safe, sure, but in a case like this, Gordo needs to fire on all cylinders, going for every little risky strat he can if he wants to get ahead, or
Yeah.
have a shot. But even then, he's gonna need to rely on Marcus making a pretty big mistake if he wants to take the lead.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way anymore to outpace Marcus. The only thing he can do is just hope that Marcus messes up and then just
It
capitalize
doesn't
on
have a
that.
safety save as well.
Who, Gordo?
No, Gordo's gonna have to hope Marcus doesn't make a safety save and messes
Yes.
up somewhere.
Yes. Although by now, us reminding him, I feel like he will do it because he's surely listening.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Oh?
Ooh.
Oh? Come
God, I
on,
wish I had the grown tube right now.
do a barrel roll. Do
Barrel.
a barrel roll.
Beryl here? Beryl, say hi if you're in chat.
A barrel roll? Ayo. Alright.
Also, can you roll Beryl?
Sure.
I mean, I'm not asking you to, I'm asking if you're capable of doing it.
But like roll him up? What, like a cigarette?
Whatever you, however you interpret the question.
Hold on, I called him.
Oh my God. Get him on the phone. Hopefully no audio bug from phone call.
By the way, I just want to quickly shout out Rafe Giles, the man of the hour, donating $20, which is actually double than what he promised for someone doing Epsilon, but I guess he just doubled it up just in hopes of now someone else also running it.
I mean,
so
that was a one-time thing. I was just too hyped. Like, I was like, 10 doesn't feel right. I gotta donate 20.
well. Thank you, Ray Giles, for your continued patronage. But do you know what else is very cool? Not that. Oh my god. Please tell me you can flip the bike back. Yes.
Yeah, he's good.
All right.
Yeah, the threat. Oh, he's gonna have a little trouble with traffic, but does make it over.
Oh, okay. They stopped.
He's okay.
That works. All right.
Marcus setting up his replay warp and dying. It looks like he's gonna have one nade left over after finishing all of the suicide strats, because he will have to die only one more time here. Gordo choosing to not hit Tom. Good choice.
Yeah.
There's Marcus's final death of the run. Hopefully. Surely
Hopefully.
nothing will go wrong on unknowing.
Oh god. Well, no.
But if anything goes wrong, I will see it coming, because I've probably failed unknowing in every way that you can. I mean, that's true. That's just what happens when you run the category a lot. You experience everything there is to offer. And
That's
then
what
you just
Marcus-
become a shallow husk of a man, grinding for good card collection and RNG over again. So you can
Okay.
get the newest strats into a PV.
Put down the liquor, Jake. It's fine. It's fine. We are here. If you ever need,
Dude, there's look. I don't cope with liquor. I cope by just not running Epsilon as much. I've been practicing other shit for summer segment Scramble 2, because I know I can smoke anyone in this tournament in a Epsilon race. No contest.
if you ever need an Epsilon support group, I'm sure that there's other people who also need to talk about it.
Well, yeah, we've been racing Epsilon from time to time in the voices. Like,
Yeah.
that's already the Epsilon support group for me. Like, it gives me a fun environment to try and do PB attempts in without putting in like 8 hours or some shit. Like, I just do one run occasionally, and then I'm happy.
Hell yeah. Let's hope Marcus will only have to do one run of the parachute strat though, because if you have to do this twice, that means that you messed up something really bad. Do you want
He does
to
make it safety safe, though.
share with the audience what he's about to attempt?
Yeah, so let's see. He's going to skip running in the desert by parachuting in the desert. And basically, he's going to shoot his parachute in a way where he's just going to keep doing circles in the air. And it's also gives you a high amount of speed, which is all the game checks for counting your distance. So yeah, he's just going to do this, what you're seeing on screen, for 5 minutes. And I think since this is a showcase or a race and not a tutorial, what is Gordo doing? He just completely overshoots. Goes
Uh-oh.
back into the air, it seems. That was not a proper landing, but rather a little bunk against the earth.
Don't break the plane, man. My
That would be pretty bad. But he is okay now. So yeah, not much is going to be happening on Marcus for the next 5 minutes other than avoiding billboards and not getting too high into the sky. And also staying in the desert zone.
Yeah, which is actually kind of not very clearly defined.
Yeah,
like
you gotta know the boxes.
yeah, we know where the boundaries are, but if you don't, tough luck, because the game does not even remotely communicate this with you. It just says, yeah, keep running around in the desert, but if you go out and come back in, your progress gets reset, which is 5 miles. 5 miles in the desert. If you don't have a parachute and a gun, it takes about 25 minutes if you do it very optimally with like picking up a health pack to reset HP and stamina and stuff. It takes even more without. Yes?
It seems Gordo has finally caught up with not having enough explosives, having to shoot the car with the micro SMG in order to die, which he spent quite a bit of time on, which is quite unfortunate.
It is.
But now Gordo is done dying for the rest of the run if everything goes right. So with Marcus 1.6 miles into the pilgrimage, he has still quite the lead against Gordo. But Gordo is still trudging on ahead. Pulls out the rest of his money, makes it up. He's not made a manual save. There he goes, does remember. Loads that, and he'll be on his way to exercising the truth.
Very cool.
Marcus
staying over the Alamo Sea. You don't see this too often from most runners, so it is a nice change of pace.
I feel like it's
But a
kind
little
of
scary.
smart though, because like yeah, if you fail, then you fail pretty bad. But there's nothing really under you to mess you up. No houses, no poles, no electric wires. Just you and the empty sky.
That is very true. Yeah, so the Alamo Sea is one of the better spots to stay, even though it's pretty much on the border of the pilgrimage zone. So yeah, just padding out the next 2 minutes as Marcus probably spend that long finishing up the parachuting segment. But yeah, after the parachuting, there is only one more thing, and that is Unknowing the Truth, which is a mission where you finally betray the Epsilon Program by stealing all the money they've taken from you with heavy interest, may I say. We probably spent $100,000 on the Epsilon Program, and how much do we get back, Hostile?
I think 21 million?
No, it's 2.5 or 2.1.
Right. Yeah.
It's 7 figures, not 8.
Yeah, I messed up the zeros.
No worries. Looks like Gordo's having a bit of trouble with parachuting. It's not doing these full circles, but rather tiny little things like you'd expect to do with pistol strat. The older variant of the shooting to parachute strats. So, I think based on how things are going, we are probably gonna see him lose 2 minutes. Oh, nope, there he goes. Finally getting into the groove of things. So as long as he handles everything right, he'll probably lose a little bit of time to Marcus on this parachuting section. It does seem he's a little less versed in it, so that could mean upwards of a minute of time loss. But still better than what he was doing at the very beginning. Marcus 4.3 miles in. Gordo a little less than 1. Yeah, that means there's like a 3 to 4 minute gap between these two runners, which I think is enough to decide this race, providing everyone stays in the pilgrimage zone and doesn't die or lose their parachute.
For sure, yeah.
Because if that happens, we could see an upset.
But it won't. Marcus is very, very close to being done.
That is true.
4.8
Even
miles.
if he could drop into the ocean now, swim the last 0.1 of a mile and still be fine. But yeah, either way, I hope Gordo set up his autosave or his replay work. Oh, what is Marcus doing? He needs to load the autosave. There he goes. Does remember as I tell him, and based on the delay, it seems he did remember on his own. Good on him. So yeah, he will now be going upstairs to sleep 3 times in Michael's house. And then it is off to Unknowing, the final mission.
It is.
Gordo now 2 miles in, a little less than halfway done. Starting to gain some height. So no worries about him hitting any obstacles for now. The main worry is going to be later in the run, making sure he does not go too high and leave the pilgrimage zone that way, because there is a height-wise boundary to it. And Gordo is now halfway through parachuting. One other little fun fact, apparently I read recently that if you play GTA 5 with metric measurements, for some reason, how the game handled, despite the game displaying your pilgrimage progression in miles, it does actually save you a little bit of time because the actual distance you have to go for pilgrimage while metric is enabled is slightly decreased. I want to say by 0.3 miles, which means you'd be saving like not even 20 seconds, but 20 seconds is still a good chunk of time. Anyway, Marcus didn't have enough money to start Unknowing the Truth. Tech, get ready on time because Marcus will be done probably within the next 15 to 20 seconds or so as he dodges and weaves traffic, driving on the wrong side of the road to outdistance the Epsilon goons. Oh, it's a couple bits of traffic that could actually impede him quite a bit. Let's see how he's going to handle this.
I think they are following him. Will he get gooned?
can't believe you said that.
The Gooners seem to be still pretty far.
Oh,
yep.
he has lost
yep,
the Goon.
He lost them. Yep.
No more gooning, and that's time.
He outgooned them.
105.46. Very respectable time for Marcus.
Very, very cool. Well, I guess.
Get him in here.
Close up. Alright, get him in here. What's up, my boy?
GG's.
Hi, cheers. GG's, I guess.
As you might be aware, you won.
yeah.
Yeah, fun race. You outscaled him, out RNG'd him.
Yeah,
he
big
should
ups
be
to
done in
Gordo,
the next
though.
couple of minutes. Looks like he's probably on pace for a 109.
So what was the rationale behind doing a little fun race during this fun race? How come you just donated 5 gift subs legit while riding a bike?
Gotta compensate for the trashy gameplay, don't I?
Ah, yeah, it's fair enough, fair enough.
No, I'm just really happy that we got to see Epsilon, though.
Yeah, me too. Did you guys orchestrate this?
I mean, he mentioned that he wasn't gonna ban it, so hey, I'll just roll with it.
Yeah, I mean, from how things are set up and how you are with Epsilon, yeah. An Epsilon race is basically a free win for you against, I want to say, probably at least 30 of, or not at least 30 because you're one of them, but at least 28-ish of members of the competition.
Yeah.
It looks like Gordo has finished. He will now be loading his replay warp, and it's on to Unknowing. Let's see if he has enough money.
Surely, otherwise he just like drops the convenience store, right?
I mean, he could do Stockman Strat because it does technically work on 127, but it's a different setup that isn't as consistent. Twisted did explicitly say that he found it would be good for a backup scenario like this. So, if I ever run out of money in a run, you know what I'm doing.
I guess we do.
But yeah, I guess we do know he already did withdraw his money, so I guess we did see he has enough. I think. I wasn't paying too close attention.
We'll see in a second. What is Marcus doing?
Is he going for parachute? Yeah, he's going for a parachute. I guess he can't do taxis Epsilon while waiting for the other person to finish like we saw with a couple other competitors.
I do suppose so. But now let's actually pay attention to Gordo because he is the one still in the race.
Yeah,
And
this
he
last
is now...
mission is very high stakes. Like we saw what happened with Marcus.
Or rather, what didn't happen to Marcus because he actually managed to get lucky and not lose almost any time to crashing. But usually crashing there can really mess you up.
For sure. Yeah, like I'm surprised with how well that went for Marcus. Anyway, Gordo having almost an entire briefcase of money left over. I'm telling you, with I honestly with stocking up struts, I am genuinely convinced people are going to start someday going for 3 briefcases instead of 4, and just making up the difference with stockman.
What is that exactly?
Oh, Gordo! It is a glitch that allows you to buy stocks without paying for them. But you need a decent amount of capital in order to get it really going.
Right.
So it's kind of like almost multiplying your money in a way, except staggered. 4 cases is standard, by the way.
Yeah, so it's like investment. Like you need some to get started, but then it's just a money printing machine.
Yeah. Anyway,
oh my god, Gordo, that's a big good!
Interesting route. Trying to go off the big goods. I'm surprised he hasn't lost him yet. This could pose to be quite an issue for Gordo. See how well he handles it.
And now another one spawned in.
I think it was always 2, they were just overlapping each other before.
Oh, you think so?
I think so. Oh, changing his mind on which way to go.
Trying to confuse them.
He planning?
I respect it, I respect it.
I guess kind of have a point, but yeah, he probably should have just gone north in the first place. Oh, finally he loses some. Get ready on time. GG's. 110 flat.
Alright. What's up, big
GG's,
guy?
Gordo.
GG, boys.
Props to you for not banning Epsilon.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG's.
What a race.
Yeah, what a race indeed.
Okay.
Just car collection was shit.
Yeah, we did see you were pretty unlucky with what spawns you got.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys want to share anything with the audience?
No.
Okay.
No.
Marcus?
I hope everyone enjoyed Epsilon, and if you haven't run it, please do it. It's great.
Category.
Oh,
Yeah.
one thing only. Please, someone run Oasis.
Yes. See,
At least once.
even the research
Surely
was
in the
saying
next
it.
week.
Maybe
I'm
even
convinced
today.
we'll get one.
Okay.
Okay, bye. Goodbye.
All right.